When Jay Gatsby tries to reconnect with his past, he finds that it's not as easy as he imagined.
When I made the pleasure of Mr. Gatsby's acquaintance, I discovered a man of fine breeding.
Very interesting. Everything all right? Oh, yes.
You always look so cool. The man in the cool, beautiful shirts.
She has to tell him she never loved him.
I wish we could just run away.
Mr. Gatsby, sir.
Not now.
What kind of a row are you trying to cause in my house?
I wish I'd done everything on Earth with you.
After a mysterious attack in London, Captain Kirk gears up the Enterprise to go look for the man responsible.
Darkness is coming. This could just be the beginning. Jim, you're not actually going after this guy, are you?
Let's go get this son of a bitch.
You are a pawn, Kirk.
Sir, there's a ship heading right for us.
You can't even guarantee the safety of your own crew. Now, shall we begin? I'm sorry. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. I only know what I can do.
The ship's dead, sir. She's gone.
No ship should go down without her captain. I believe in you, Jim.
So basically, when we're doing these mini views, which is actually a new thing because this is the first time that we're really doing a mini view episode. Basically, it's usually when one of us see a movie and the other does not, but we still want to talk about it, you know. Basically, this is also going to be spoiler talk, so we're also going to give our short explanation on what we thought of the film, in case you don't want spoilers, and then you can leave after that. So yeah, I saw Great Gatsby. He did not. So my basic summary of Great Gatsby is that while it is a Baz Luhrmann film, and if you're not a fan of his previous work, you probably won't be impressed here, and you won't find yourself really falling in love with it or anything. It is great. It's really great in the visual department, like he usually does. But when it comes to characters and stories and pacing and everything that really makes a film what a film is, it just kind of drops off, you know. So I personally would say if you're a big Baz Luhrmann fan, I would go see it in the theater, sure. But if you're not, if you're just wondering about it, I'd say maybe hold your money off a little.
Don't trust a movie with the guy who...
Yeah, good joke, man. Anyways, so now I'm gonna go in depth with my opinions on it, and I'm also gonna give spoilers because that's how I like to talk about my movies.
How was Leonardo DiCaprio's performance?
I thought Leonardo DiCaprio did a pretty good job, like usual, you know, in basically everything that he does. And he was probably the strongest of the cast, I thought, obviously. And but yeah, he did a pretty good job. I wouldn't say it's enough to really make up for the other faults in the movie, you know.
Yeah.
But he was still good, you know. Great Leonardo DiCaprio as usual. He's trying to get back with this girl who's the main woman of the story, and she's already married by now. It was basically before the war. It was before World War I, and they were together pretty much. And then they got separated because of the war. And so basically after the war, he knows where she is, and he gets a house straight across from her, straight across the river. Yeah, just like a pimp. And he throws all these parties because he wants her to come to one. You know, he's not exactly going out there and like saying hi because he doesn't know how to. And he's so focused on just getting back the past that he doesn't know how things have changed. You know, he can't really accept that things have changed and that she's changed, and that basically it's not going to be the same. You know, it's not going to be as good as you remembered. So he just basically plays it up like that in his mind. So that could maybe cause him to be maybe a dick, but not really, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he just has a big misunderstanding, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah. I thought the visuals in the movie were really, really good, actually. And it was like, it's one of those things where it has so much attention to detail, where you could probably see this movie about 50 times and see a new thing each time, you know, in basically every party scene.
Yeah.
Because there's so much going on in all of it. And did you see the trailer for it?
Mm-hmm.
And they used modern music to it.
Yeah.
And if you were wondering if that transferred into the film itself, it does. And it's really weird though, because it takes place in the 20s and there's these great huge parties, and they do use modern music in it, and for some fucking reason it works, you know. I don't really know how it did, but it did. That sounded really, really intelligent.
Don't know how
it did, but it did. But yeah, he managed to implement modern music into a movie about the 20s.
Yeah.
So you gotta give him props for that, because it actually worked, you know. Many of the characters are really not that great, you know. There's no one really to root for, because Gatsby, you're just kind of like, dude, leave the past alone. And then the main character, who Tobey Maguire plays, is just kind of average, you know. He's the average good guy, you know. He doesn't really do anything besides what you think he would. And you know, the villain is great. He's alright, you know. I mean, the Joel Edgerton, the guy who plays him, did a pretty good job. I thought he was intimidating when he needed to be. But all the characters just, you don't really like them. Or at least I found myself not really liking any of them. Even the characters I was supposed to like, I just didn't really have anything to root for them, you know. And the main woman is a bitch. I'll let you talk about the pacing. The pacing was really off, in my opinion, actually, because for basically the first half of the movie, it was like everything was like really quick, really just like spawn. It's like, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is what I did, this is how I would react to a situation. Guess what? It's me. And like, they're just going off and on. Just through the first half of the movie, everything was so quick, everything was happening. And then basically in the middle of the movie, it goes really slow. And it's really, it's kind of jolting. It's just like, hey, I like you. You like me, right? Let's do this again. And it's like, I don't know. My husband. He's my husband. And it's like, okay. It gets really slow and quite honestly pretty boring, you know. You lose those parties, those start to stop. Drama comes in. Drama I wasn't very convinced on. And the pacing was really off, in my opinion, which I think was a very bad aspect of the movie. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give this a 6.5. Wish it was better. Too long too. I also thought it was a little bit too long.
How long was it?
It was about like over 2 hours easily.
Yeah.
And I thought it really could have been shortened down. Like I said, it got really slow when the first half was really fast, and so it felt kind of sloppy. But overall, if you want to see it for the great visuals, then there's something for you, you know. So now you want to start. You having a fucking seizure over there?
Seizure?
Seizure?
It was my transition. It was like,
Oh, that's your transition? You're
yeah.
like, Star Trek.
So I saw Star Trek Into Darkness, and this was this is one of the fuck was that? This was one of
I
the.
smiled.
Oh, this was honestly the movie like in May. I'm most excited for.
Why?
Because I saw the original, not the original, but the 2009 reboot, and I thought that was fucking A.
No.
Like, from what you told me, like, you couldn't make it through, like, the first 10 minutes.
I fell asleep
Yeah.
both times I watched it.
Yeah.
I was like, so what? Fucking Hulk is like really mad and got a lot of face tattoos. And he's, the fuck? And they're like gay space boys.
But yeah, so I was a really big fan of the 2009 reboot.
I wasn't.
Like, we fucking know. And so
Fucking established.
But yeah, so I was fucking quit. Yeah, fucking with me. You were like, and I'm like trying to like look forward, and just all this movement in my peripheral was fucking with me. Slapped myself on the face when I did that. I'm gonna cut that. No, anyway. Fuck it.
We could cut that. Nope.
Then when they started releasing trailers, I was like,
You're like,
pretty much.
Jesus!
I was like, oh shit.
How come I never knew about this? I never knew that you were that excited. You're like, I'm going to see Star Trek.
Yeah, no, I was fucking.
And I was like, fucking Star Trek.
No, I was excited for Star Trek. And the trailer started coming in with Benjamin Cumberbatch being all like, you think.
Dude, okay,
More
Benjamin Cumberbatch,
It is an illusion.
he's not fucking intimidating. I don't give a shit. I haven't seen the movie, but I can tell he's not fucking
He's
intimidating.
fucking intimidating.
Really? Because
Yeah.
fucking like Play-Doh face over here is like, he's like,
Like that's what makes him that much more intimidating is because he doesn't look intimidating. He's this skinny little guy. But then like you
yeah, he's a bitch.
Okay, so I'm sorry. So a short little summary.
Why you gotta be so silly?
I'm sorry. A short.
I'm trying to be professional, and it's not working.
You gotta keep the people entertained though, you know.
Alright, well they came here for us to talk about cinema, not hear you.
So it starts off really fucking badass. Like honestly, like that's how you start a movie. Is how Star Trek Into Darkness opens up.
Does it open up with the alien sex scene?
No, but
Tentacle?
that's another way to start a movie.
That ain't an awesome opening.
But anyway, so
Well,
I was trying to wink, but like I moved my head too far to the side, so I just looked like I was being a pirate. Oh shit. But anyway, so Kirk, you know,
I want to see that Pirates of the Caribbean. Continue.
God damn it, Kirk and the crew of the Enterprise, they're on, you know, they're on this planet where civilization hasn't evolved that much, and there's this volcano that's fucking shit.
Okay, go.
And there's this volcano that's gonna erupt and it's gonna wipe out the civilization. And they're like, all right, well we gotta drop this giant ice cube, and that's not what it is.
You're fucking with me. They're gonna drop a
not a
giant
giant-
ice cube into a fucking volcano.
It's not a giant ice cube, but it's like a nitrogen bomb. That would make a big
out.
Okay, I'll fucking
done.
I'll fucking talk about Star Trek Into Darkness by myself without your bitch ass. Anyway, so they're trying to like stop the volcano, but the prime directive is they can't see that you're there because you can't influence this aging civilization. And Kirk's like, fuck that, we need to get the Enterprise.
The directive is that you take dick in the ass. I'm being really intrusive in this review.
You fucking are.
I like it.
And so anyway, Kirk's like, piss on it, and fucking they see what happens. And so Kirk's and
Wait, they piss on the volcano?
No, they don't piss
They
on the
piss on the ice cube.
Shut the fuck up.
They piss on Captain Kirk. No, Captain Kirk pisses on Spock.
I hate you. Back at Starfleet, Kirk's in some deep shit because...
Sorry, I almost thought you were going to say Baggins, and I got excited. But then no.
Kirk's in some deep shit because this isn't the first time he's disobeyed
Literally?
direction. Fucking suck it, dick.
That was like the gayest like literally. Okay.
So also happening in London is where you get the villain, a guy named John Benjamin. I don't know. John Harrison. There we go. Fucking. And he blows some shit up in London, and so Kirk's all like, "Hey, I know that I'm kind of suspended, but I'm gonna go find him." And
It's like Mass Effect.
And fucking RoboCop, Peter Weller is just like, all right, here's some torpedoes.
Here's some torpedoes.
And they go to the Klingon planet and some shit. They go to the Klingon planet.
Wait, Klingon?
Yeah, Klingons.
Is that the one with like the
fanny face.
the reverse vagina?
Yeah,
heads?
that's a Klingon.
Okay.
And we go there and fanboys cream their pants and then some crazy shit happens.
How do they look? Do they look like really good?
They had like face masks on for the most part. But yeah, when you saw them without the face masks, they looked pretty good. They looked.
Oh, they had like helmets over it,
Yeah,
so that
yeah.
would be like a surprise.
Yeah. Well, no, like they knew it was the Klingon. Like they said, like, oh, we're on Klingon world, but like, but
It's like a big ass sign, just like Klingon world.
yeah, pretty much. But so
It's like enter here.
So overall, this was a fucking fantastic movie, and honestly, probably one of the best sequels I've ever seen. he left again. And a big reason for that being
No shit.
it improved. Honestly, like the biggest issue with the first Star Trek is that it doesn't have a very strong villain. Now, albeit the big focus point of the original. Shut the fuck up! The big point of the first Star Trek was Kirk and Spock's relationship, which here
Hey!
I didn't talk during yours, asshat.
That's because my movie isn't. Alright.
Just fucking ping. Because in the original one, yeah, you know, I mean, Nero did a ton of bad shit, but here, and honestly, I think the fact that he's not fucking over cock and spirit.
That's a movie I want to see. Cock and Spock.
Well, alright.
Alright.
And a big reason that this one is so much better than the original is because it improves upon it so much. Fuck you. Is it improves upon it
No. It's
so much better. Like, Jesus. And the biggest part of that does come from Benjamin Cumberbatch's performance, John Benjamin, because I mean the guy's just fucking badass.
Wait, did you say John Benjamin?
John Benjamin? That's his name, I think. I don't. Yeah.
No, John Benjamin.
John
Van.
John Harrison. God damn it. It's too. I don't. It's too British for me to remember. John Harrison, who.
Wait,
You know,
is it John with an H?
No, I don't fucking know. Shut up.
Okay.
Anyway, it's fucking taking forever.
This isn't even the spoiler, is it?
No, I'm not even fucking through the general.
Alright, get through that.
The movie's really good because Benjamin Cumberbatch is awesome as John Harrison, and also what really makes this cool is there's not a lot of downtime in this movie. I mean, like, there's the awesome, like, first 20 minutes where you're like, oh, all this cool shit's happening, and then the movie slows down.
That sucks. My movie was like downtime, the movie.
Yeah. And then there's a little downtime, which I'll talk about that. And then, like, once they get to the Klingon planet, fucking, it's just, like, it's not like it's like action, like, for the rest of the movie, but it's intense. They're in bad, like, they're in a bad situation, like, the rest of the movie. Like, there's no downtime. Like, the plot's moving forward, and they're having to work their way out of shit, and shit's going down, and shit's explodes. Ah, it's nice. And, but then one problem is like, after, I guess I'd say, after the London, like, in between the London attack and whenever they go to the Klingon planet, the movie kind of slows down and it's just fucking exposition out the ass. Like, it's just suddenly like, alright, we gotta set up this, we gotta set up this, we gotta set up this. Like, there's one point, like, this isn't a spoiler, but I'm gonna bring this up. A big, no, sorry. The leader of Starfleet, or the commander, I don't know if he's a leader, but Peter
RoboCop?
Yeah, Peter Weller's character, whenever they're like, well, we want to go after this guy, he's like, oh, okay, here are some torpedoes, which the torpedoes end up being like a really big plot point, but it just felt kind of weird, because, I mean, you didn't know, like, it was going to be the big plot point, but it just felt weird that suddenly he's just like...
You can explain that in the spoiler.
Well, yeah, I'll explain it there, but, like, at the moment, like, for people who don't want the spoiler, like, it just felt kind of weird that he's like, here's some torpedoes! And they didn't do it in, like, an intriguing way. You're just like, oh, okay, just here's some torpedoes, I guess.
Like, you just zoom down on his face, he's like, torpedoes.
It's just pretty much, he's just like, here's the torpedoes, I want you to use them! And he's like, okay.
Did he yell all of his, like, sounds like a video game character. It's like, use these torpedoes.
Use
and
them!
He holds them out in his hand and the twirling
Yeah, it's just like, check the torpedo, okay.
It's like, that's the smallest torpedo.
I would recommend this movie to, I mean, if you're a Star Trek fan, if you're not a Star Trek fan, if you like science...
If you're a fan of movies.
Yeah, if you're a fan of... I mean, honestly, it's an all-around enjoyable movie, because that's what was cool...
You like Blade Runner?
Because that's what's cool about the new Star Trek movies, is because unless you're jaded like this guy, you're probably going to like them.
No, it's not because I don't like Star Trek. I don't like Star Trek in general, but I watched the first one, didn't like it. So whenever you're hyping up the second one, I'm like, no.
But
No.
so yeah, overall,
I am kind of for anybody who's watching this and taking me seriously, I don't really hate him that much. I'm just trying to give him shit. So, don't comment like this fucking Star Wars fag. Well, you can do it because I like people who comment on the videos and things.
But yeah, it's a movie I would recommend the shit out of it. Like if you like action movies, science fiction, fucking whatever.
Would you recommend it to my mom?
Yeah, Star Trek Into Darkness gets a 8.5 out of 10, and so far is my favorite movie of the summer. Even though, like the three summer movies I've seen so far, not really rounded it out that well because it's fucking Star Trek, Iron Man 3, which you'll hear about that soon. And,
Don't.
And
Another movie.
Fast 6. Now we spoiler.
This is the discussion part of review and discussion, which is going to be in the title of the video, which is down there.
Not on our dicks, but down in the video.
Okay, so this is totally spoilers. So if you don't want the movie spoiled for yourself, then leave, watch it, and then come back. Make it full circle for yourself. Alright, so Khan.
Oh yeah, so that's the big reveal.
Khan!
That's the big reveal about. So that's the big reveal about halfway through is that John.
Halfway through?
Yeah, about John Harrison. Not halfway through, about beginning of the or midway through. The
I
second
honestly
act.
think that's kind of silly.
Why?
That they would. I mean, sure you can. Fucking Black Dynamite, dude.
Black Dynamite.
Okay, we're good. Okay. Anyways, like I think that's kind of silly because like you play up the trailers, it's like, oh, that's not Khan. They said it wasn't Khan, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all you
No,
need
no,
to do.
no, said it wasn't Khan.
I thought I heard somewhere that they said that. Like,
No, they never
this is
confirmed.
not
They
Khan.
never said anything. They just a lot of
Alright,
people,
well-
a lot of people can assume since they never said it was Khan, that it wasn't Khan. Or I'm pretty sure they never said it wasn't Khan.
Anyway, so they built it up not to be Khan, but then also in the movie, you also want it to be like, he's not Khan. Just fucking say it. Like it doesn't. It doesn't matter where the reveal is.
Well, the thing with it though was like what was I gonna say? Oh yeah,
I don't
because
know.
like it didn't like for me like I was going into it, it's like either it is Khan or it's a character pretty similar to Khan. So I think I wouldn't give a shit either way.
He was wearing the Khan jacket
Yeah,
in the
but
trailer.
yeah, but so
Excuse me.
I don't know,
That was really unprofessional.
like I'm not a Star Trek fan other
Your
than
dad
these
is.
movies.
Is your dad a Star Trek fan?
He watches it, but I mean he's not like a Trekkie or anything.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't expect him to.
Yeah,
He's
but
an Aqui.
I'm an Aqui.
Okay. I don't know if anybody will understand that. Aquaman. Fan of Aquaman.
But anyway, but I don't know. It's not like I don't watch. Like I said, I don't watch Star Trek. I'm not a Trekkie, but it is nice to see fan service like that because you don't see that in a lot of movies. And there's a shit ton of fan service in this movie. It's like even little shit. Like even like I mean, like I'm not like this is how I don't even like I don't watch Star Trek, but I still like
I thought that was your point. Blah, blah, blah.
I still watch I like fucking dicks. I don't watch Star Trek, but like I still like enjoyed all the little quips. Like they fucking included the automatic seatbelts. I was like, that's fucking sweet.
I don't even know what that is.
It was like a deleted scene in one of the Star Trek, the Next Generation movies, where like Picard sits in a chair and like the seatbelt like automatically does itself, and that's in this one. And I was like, fuck yeah. But also, what's really really cool about this movie is how because it's like you think like there's like so many fucking twists. Like you think the twist is like, oh, he's Khan, and then you're like, oh shit, no, RoboCop's trying to start a war with the Klingons. And the fucking Khan is a genetically engineered, like, human. And the fucking... He's trying to get rid of...
Well, I thought everybody knew that.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's the plot twist. And like, if you're not... I'm just going through it.
I don't know. I knew that, like, and I didn't really know.
I didn't know that beforehand.
Oh,
Well,
I kind of did. Because, like,
I'm not a huge Star
he's
Trek
supposed to
fan.
be, like, super strong.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
Which he is, because there's a part where he fucking smashes a guy's head like that, so that was fucking sweet.
It didn't show it, though. It's PG-13.
I don't know, man.
Did they show blood?
Yeah. People get, like, beat up and shit.
Oh.
The first one.
I mean, when he crushes the head.
Well, no, it's off screen.
Did it sound like that?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I think you hear something. But but then it's like, oh, like fucking the reason why the torpedoes were so big was because that's where all the other genetically engineered people were hidden. So he was gonna fucking blow up Khan's people. And you're like, oh shit. So now Khan's kind of a good guy, and then Peter Wells is the bad guy. But you're like, but Khan's still not a good guy, because then once he crushes RoboCop's head, he's like, and fuck you, Enterprise. Fucking, and they're crashing and fucking and then the big one.
Is that what's on the poster?
That's not the Enterprise. That's Khan's ship, because it crashes, and that part's fucking.
No, on the Star Trek Into Darkness poster, it's like the Enterprise crashing down.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what it is. But the Enterprise doesn't really crash. But anyway,
I don't really like that ship either.
Khan's giant ass ship crashes, and whenever it's like tearing through like the city, that's fucking sweet. And then also, what's kind of cool is how, because in the original Wrath of Khan, Spock dies, and here they switch that shit. So
yeah, Kirk dies and
Kirk dies and Spock lives on, and then Spock does the Khan, which I thought was nice. Although
I heard it sucked though. He didn't deliver it.
No, he delivered it pretty well, but
Zachary Quinto.
Yeah, Zachary Quinto did a pretty good job, but
I wonder if he'll ever do a Star Trek gay porn. Jokes.
Shatner did it better. But then I don't know. It is kind of and one thing
he kind of did.
Yeah, he did it better. But what was the only
fucking like shaking your face?
Like the one thing though that like people could, because Kirk gets brought back to life because Khan's blood, since he's a superhuman, has like healing properties. So they're like, oh shit, we can bring Kirk back to life with this.
So they cut Khan's head off and stick it in his ass.
No, it's not what happens. Fucking shit. But
that'd be a great movie though.
But they take his blood and they inject it in Kirk, and he's like, oh, I'm alive. Which a lot
of after Khan dies?
Khan doesn't die.
So Khan's just like, all right, fine.
No,
I'll help you guys.
No,
I'm trying to kill.
Spock beats the shit out of him, and then he's like, and then Uhura's like, don't fucking kill him, you asshole. And he's like, oh, and then so what they did? Uhura, the black lady.
Oh, I thought you were calling her a whore.
No.
And so, some whore told him to
Some whore just teleports. She's like, no, done. But no.
It's like, hey, Spock, what the fuck?
But no.
He's just like, cannot compute.
But no. But so they genetic. They like put him back in cryogenics.
Wait. So does that mean Kirk is like a superhuman now?
No, he's just. I don't know. Maybe they didn't clarify. But I don't think.
Can't touch these guns.
I think that's kind of cool though. How they're like, oh, we related something back. I don't know, but overall, like, I like the movie made a lot of ballsy moves for like a summer blockbuster.
Did it really?
Yeah, and for like a second sequel, like they did a lot of ballsy shit.
Okay, that's my point. That reminds me of my point that I didn't get to. You said, and I quote, probably the best sequel of all time.
I said one of the best.
No, you said probably.
I said probably.
Something like it.
I said probably one of the best.
Anyways, close that. I don't know how you could say that. I don't know how you could say that. Batman Begins to Dark Knight.
I said it's one of the best, not the best.
Still.
So it's one of, not the. It's one of like, if I took like...
Still, I don't...
Like top 5 favorite sequels, it's in there.
It looks like the same movie though.
No, it's not.
It looks like it's the same movie.
Batman Begins, it fucking...
No. You cannot tell me that Batman Begins looks like the Dark Knight.
Explain why they're the same.
Okay, it's similar.
They look the same.
But I mean, they changed everything about it. The color, the cinematography, it's totally different. Like Batman Begins, it's a bunch of like drab, dark. The main color is brown, you know?
Yeah.
Dark and dirty. Dark Knight, main color, blue.
I mean, yeah,
I'm not saying like color makes a sequel. I'm just saying it's a lot more different, and that's what makes a sequel good, is whenever you take what is there and make it better. Now, I might be just hating because I can, but it looks like the same movie to me.
Well, you can't give it shit just because they didn't change color hues.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm saying like
that's not what I'm trying to say.
That's a shitty argument.
I'm not saying
like just because like
I'm not saying
so
like,
they shot it the same. Like it's a different movie. Like I don't know what your fucking argument there is. Like yeah, it's a sequel. It's the same movie. You don't give like Assassin's Creed, like those games look similar. Like but you don't fucking give them shit for that.
All right. Well, he goes to a different city each time.
Yeah, they went to different city. They had a different planet. They went to the fucking Klingon place. And then they were. That's another thing I liked was they're never really on a planet.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to offend you.
I'm not. I just think that's a really fucking stupid argument.
I'm not saying. Okay. Drop the color thing, all right? Drop the fucking color thing.
Okay.
That's not my main point.
Then explain it better, because like from what I heard.
Fucking let me. Anyways, a sequel is supposed to take what's good, change it up, put them in just fucking change, all right? Change is what makes a sequel good. Raiders of the Lost Ark to Temple of Doom. Now, Temple of Doom is controversially bad. I think it's great, but Raiders of the Lost Ark to Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom was much darker. It stayed in one place, and it had more of a heavier conflict to it.
Well, yeah,
I feel.
so did this one, because there's a lot. Well, it was a lot.
I'm just saying.
It was a lot more personal. No, like I get what you're saying now, but no, I mean they did that. Like, you know, like if you want to look conflict-wise, it's a very different because in the original Star Trek, it was a lot of like, okay, this, you know, like Nero's over here, and we need to, you know, fuck him in the ass. Exact words from the script. And then with this one, it's a lot more of like, okay, who the hell is this guy? What's he up to? Like, there's more to him than just he blew up London. You know, and then like when you fucking shit. And like they spent a lot of time, like in like planet-wise, like the original Star Trek. So they don't spend a whole lot of time in space, like they do when they're moving. But a lot of times they're on planets, and a majority of this movie takes place like in space. Like a majority of it.
Hey, I want to ask you.
Yeah.
When I think it was Spock and Kirk, or Cock and Spock, right?
Yeah.
Who were running through the red things.
Well, that was
Klingon.
No, that was Kirk and McCoy.
All right, whatever. They were running through the red things, and they were wearing those robes, and then they like jumped off the. What was that?
That was the opening. Because they had to get them away from because the town was right under the volcano, so they had to get them away from it so they could move the smaller ship in.
I was just wondering what that was from. Because that looked very different from the rest of the movie. In the trailer. So you said 8.5?
Yes. I would give it 9.5, but that it's really slowed down in the middle. It took me a while.
9.5.
I mean, the fucking a 9, not a 9.5, a 9 out of 10. But when it slowed down in the middle, that kind of took me out of it for like a really long time. Like it took me a while to decide I was back into the movie.
Alright, you know what? When this comes out, make me watch it. Alright?
I'm buying that shit.
Alright. Because we should make another video once that comes out and you and me watch it. Then we'll do another video.
Yeah.
Alright? Seeing what I think. Because I haven't seen it. And I probably won't unless I go with my dad.
And the good thing is you really don't have to see the first one to really enjoy it.
Oh, thank God!
Like, I mean, it helps, but like, I mean, you can get the general gist of what's going on.
I have nowhere to go.